Coach, you are headed to Florida for the Outback Bowl against Auburn. In a season of first, you can now add to that. This will be your first Outback Bowl, Minnesota's first. So what's the meaning behind a game like this?
Well, this has been a tremendous season, especially for our seniors. I mean, this is a tremendous way to be able to go out and celebrate. It's a historic season. It's a season that really restored our traditions here at the University of Minnesota. So it needs to be celebrated, and what a better way to celebrate than go to the Outback Bowl in Tampa, Florida in January. I think our players are really fired up. They're really excited about it when they heard it, and we actually stopped practice and brought them up and told them where they were going because it happened during practice. So we're just very thankful.
Just how did you tell them the announcement then?
It was very anticlimactic. It really was. We called them, brought them up, told them where we were going. There was a hoop and holler. They were excited. Then boom, we went right back to practice. So we didn't have a big unveiling or anything like that. It was really just the middle of practice. But we had educated our players of some possible bowl sites where we thought we could possibly go, and Outback was one of them, and it was one that we hoped for. So we're really thankful.
And to add to that, Minnesota has never had a 10-win regular season and a bowl win. So what would a win mean in a year like this?
Well, you're playing an unbelievable opponent in Auburn. I mean, you look at just who they played. They lost to 3 top 10 teams. That's their only 3 losses. They're really good, well coached. Bo Nix's a tremendous quarterback, and they've done a lot of really special things. So we've got a huge opponent, and obviously both teams want to go out there and win and find a way to win. I think it'd be really a feather in both teams' season, in each team's cap, but to really finish off the season, it's going to mean a lot. But it's really just the next right step of our program, and we're going to do everything we possibly can to go down there and put our best show on display.
All right, so let's talk about Auburn just briefly. You talk about the losses they have against some of the top teams, but they're coming off a win against one of the top teams, Alabama. How did that get your attention?
Well, I think it got everybody's attention in the nation, right? I mean, it shook up the college football playoff. That's all people were talking about. And, they're very well coached. They're very good. Gus Malzahn does a tremendous job. And again, you look at their 3 losses against top 10 teams. That's it. And everybody else they beat, and for the most part beat them pretty handedly. So they're very good. We know what type of football team they are. We know how physical the game's going to be. But we got 3 weeks to prepare for it somehow, some way. And we got to do our best to make sure that we can play our best game.
You know the value of a 10-win season. They want to get 10 wins on the season. So what has to be your mindset then going into this game against an opponent like that?
Well, the biggest thing is just keeping it very simple for our players in terms of it's another 1-0 season, right? We got 3 weeks to prepare for it. Basically, have 2 bye weeks, and then you get into the game week, right? But our team has been very mature of how they handled the entire season, especially when they're going from 4-0, 5-0 to 6-0, 7-0, and so on and so forth. And I thought they responded well from different adversities they had with some losses towards the end of the year. But that's a very good opponent. It's going to be a lot of fun, and just can't wait to get down there.
It's a good opponent from a good conference. What's the challenge facing an SEC team?
Oh, they're very good. They're very physical, very fast. I mean, you're putting 2 of the best conferences in the entire country against each other. Not only the best conferences, but 2 of the best teams in the conference against each other. And obviously when you have a win like that towards the end of the year and you beat your rival and you beat Alabama the way they beat Alabama, and it gets everybody's attention. But I think Auburn's had everybody's attention before that win. Gus Malzahn's earned that. He's definitely had that amongst, especially from our side. We've known a lot about what they've done and how they've done it. And it's just a tremendous matchup. So, again, very thankful.
Talk about your team. Of course, this means extra practice, extra time together. What does this mean as you continue to build this program?
Yeah, one, it helps the seniors be able to go out on the right foot, right, in terms of the right note and get themselves better, get themselves ready for more senior bowls and play another opportunity to get evaluated by the NFL scouts and again, get one more opportunity to do that against an unbelievable opponent. But it also gives us a chance to have a pre-spring with our young players. Even today's practice, most of the practice we had was designated to all of our young players that are going to help us next year, that need that experience, that need to go out there and practice in our system. But we're very proud of what they've been able to accomplish. Now we just got to find a way to prepare and be able to put our best performance out there at the Outback Bowl.
The seniors, though, the playmakers that they are on your team, what has been your message to them in these final weeks?
Enjoy it. Have fun. They put so much into this program, and they've been through a lot. And for them to be able to put a stamp on the program and leave with the championship somehow, some way, would be a feather in their cap. That's something they're going to create that moment in memory for the rest of their life. But they've been through a lot, and I really respect our seniors of what they've been able to do. But they get to leave that moment in memory for their teammates and themselves, but also look towards the future in terms of being able to get one more chance on film to be able to prove to the NFL scouts of where they should be drafted, where they should go, and help their draft stock.
And finally, you're actually familiar with this stadium, having coached with the Buccaneers. Any benefit in that? Will feel good to go back there?
Yeah, I know where the winds are coming out of. I know exactly how that measures up. I've got to check all my notes back there, but it's just a tremendous place. Tampa is a wonderful, wonderful city. And we're thankful to be going down there. I heard it's just a tremendous bowl game. I've never been in the bowl game, but I've lived in the Tampa area. Just a wonderful place to go down there and celebrate. And really, go in there in January and have a great time with your team.
I was going to say, at the very least, we know it's warmer than here.
It's a lot warmer than here, absolutely. But I know our team's really going to enjoy that. They're going to have toes in the sand no matter what. That's what we told them. We feel like no matter where we go, we're going to have toes in the sand. So they're ready for it.
Thanks for the time, Coach.
I appreciate it. Row the boat, Sky Go Gophers.